It's your girl K0Y and I'm here with
Expat Life Sydney. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my channel or not.
Yes, so we're going to be talking about what happened on the Popular Balloon video with Campus with Sharkboy. We just want to address a few things that happened. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Okay. So I also recommend that, like, if you didn't watch the video, go watch it. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but just look at some of the clips, like the body language, the jokes, like just pay close attention to that. That's what we're going to be addressing here. Get into it.
Yeah, this is just our raw, like, unfiltered opinion about everything that went on, and we just want to enlighten you guys because we know a lot of you guys have been reaching out to us, which is cool. You know, obviously we appreciate the exposure, but we want to tell you guys what the real tea.
Yeah. So let's just start off the day of. We were told by a friend that Sharkboy was looking for diaspora girls to be in the video, and us both being content creators, we looked at this opportunity to, like, really get our name out there, especially in Ghana too, you know, meet some new people. We was coming in with an open mind, you know, but he told us to be there at a specific time. The time comes around and he's not ready. We had to be rushed, but then when we got to the location, we had to wait almost 2 hours just to film. And he didn't compensate us well. You know, I'm not trying to come on here and bash, I'm just speaking my experience. He didn't compensate us. We was actually standing in the hallway of a hotel for like 1 hour. Then when we started complaining, he eventually moved us to like a room. But yeah, I just feel like he could handle us as guests well. You know, us coming from the States, we come with a different standard, I feel like, and we're women too. Like, you should have some type of, like, accommodation for us, especially if we're going to be waiting, and especially if you weren't on time when you said you were going to film. You know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't on time. We had to wait.
Yeah, I feel like that's so true. Yeah. Like, with us getting there and everything, like, you have to have a certain level of professionalism, which I guess you don't necessarily have to, because he's obviously very successful in what he does, which is cool and fine and dandy at all. But if you want to have people to keep coming back, especially people who are getting you views, then you have to, like you said, hold a certain standard.
Right. I really just want to address my comments. I just don't like the body shaming, like how the guy was talking about my breasts. Yeah, I know that, like, I mentioned his too, but that's because Sharkboy, like, I feel like Sharkboy backed me in a corner a little bit, because he asked a guy, was I his type? He said yes, and then he asked me, was he my type? And I said no. And he asked me why, and then I said why, and then that's when he got offended and came at my breasts. And I feel like that was unnecessary with his comment. I mean, you feel how you feel, but that's the difference, because, like, as a human being, you should know that everything on your body isn't the same size. You know, everything is different on your body. Every single thing. And maybe I could have said a different joke. I didn't have to refer to his genitals, but I was trying to get my point across. And if you get me, you get me. All my subscribers are, like, you know, I'm trying to build a brand for myself, so I don't want to be known for that. Like, I low-key wish I would have said something else to get my point across, but y'all understood what I meant. And also, I don't feel like that it was a bad thing me saying that, because it's real. It's real. At the end of the day, if you're a man, if you're a woman, you understand that it's real. It's real.
It's real, and that's why I appreciate the fact that I'm not gonna lie, when you said I was gagged, I was gagged, but in like a gagged way. Like,
I get it.
Because why would he feel so comfortable to talk about something that's so, I feel like it's an intimate subject. Like, that's an intimate subject, and so I feel like it was a powerful move to you to do it right back to him, because you know they are not talked to like that. No one talks to them like that. So
yeah, I even saw that in the comments. It was like, if a American girl talked to a Ghanaian guy, it would never last, because when American women speak their mind, I'm like, as we fucking should, as we should speak our minds. Like, come on, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here and just let him just body shame me? Like, come on, be for real. Be for real. And I really do appreciate everybody defending us in the comments when it came to that, because that was messed up. These guys were little boys. They were not men. And I feel like if they were men, it would have been a whole different go around. We actually would have found love.
I feel like it was Sharkboy was really instigating, because he was trying to get me at one point to say it, because I said something like, oh, like they give me little boy vibes. I said something, and he was like, oh, so they all boys in here. And I was like I knew he wanted. He wanted to be like, yeah, they're all boys. They all, like, none of them are masculine. None of them this. Like, he really wanted me to go in. I could tell, but like, that's why I think, I don't know, sometimes I feel like if you're back to a criminal situation, sometimes your first response can be the right one.
Yeah.
You know, and I think things played out how they were going to. You know, at the end of the day, you didn't look like you weren't defending yourself, and at the end of the day, I feel like you held your ground. None of those men shook any of our confidence.
Yeah, no, never that. Yeah. And the Sharkboy, this for you, I just feel like, you know, you could have like had some rules or some boundaries. Like, you didn't, like, body shaming should not be allowed. Like, I don't think that's funny in any world, any dimension, any realm. Like, I don't think that's funny at all. It's not cool. And you shouldn't make these guys feel cool for doing it. Like, you shouldn't laugh with them. You shouldn't be biased. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't be biased. And you should also, like, have some rules on your show.
Yeah, I wanted to say with the body shaming thing, I did want to make mention to a lot of the comments defending the women, which I appreciated, because when you're there by yourself, it kind of did feel like we were being ganged on by a bunch of men talking about our looks, our bodies. Which, I mean, like I said, going into this show, this is obviously what you would expect, but there's a certain level of maturity that some people have. Like, I wasn't gonna sit around and call someone fat. Or I wasn't gonna say, oh, your skin isn't my preference. It's just some things that you could just
keep to yourself, you know. And like, also too, I didn't really do my research before coming on the show. Like, I just saw that he be doing public interviews and stuff, but I didn't really look and sit there and watch a whole video. But I watched them after. So I watched them after we did our video, and I was like, wow, so this is what people come on here to do. And I kind of low-key wish that I did my research before I went on the show. But I also felt like you don't go in there expecting somebody to disrespect you. You know, I always kept a positive mindset when I was doing it. But
yeah, I do. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, we didn't really do our research. Yeah. But for me, I'm not necessarily mad, because I think if we would have did our research, we would have saw like the videos before that they were talking about in the comments saying the women were doing it to the men really hard, and then we would have had that knowledge prior,
right?
So maybe we would have came in with an agenda like the men. I don't know, you know, but doing it raw, I feel, was probably the best for me.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but I was saying that to say, like, maybe the host didn't have experience with American girls.
He clearly didn't. Like, he should have did his research on American women.
Yeah. Somebody said that. It was a comment too. They was like, you know, do research on the women you're bringing on the show. They were saying like, we're not like Ghanaian girls. Like, we didn't come here for the mess. We didn't come to this show for the mess. We came to the show to find love. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't come to that show to find love.
Like, I didn't eat them.
No, I mean, you know, I know we being funny, but like, we came to the show. One, we're new in Ghana, so this was an opportunity to network for us. Yes. First and foremost, you know. So when you're coming into opportunity thinking, yes, social media, but at the end of the day, you're networking. When you're being body shamed throughout, because think of it, if you do social media, you kind of think of things like this in a business aspect. Yeah. It's like, okay, boom, I'll come do your video, I'll get it. It's A/B, it's a give-take relationship, but when it comes to the body shaming and the slick remarks, like, sometimes it was kind of like, okay, I don't even have to be here, you know. And I think we gave his video edge in that sense. He probably is gonna bring more American women on there now. Yeah, but I feel like also too, I was holding back. I want to mention that too. Like, I held back a lot because
where I come from, like, we don't.
That's normal. Well, like, not body shaming, but like the going back and forth, the talking, because we can really do that.
Yeah, we can really do that. And I was just like, I was also looking at them guys like, none of them really my type. So it was like I would never see, like I said this in the video, I would never see any of these guys on the street and notice them. No shade, no shade. Y'all just not my type. And I guess they kind of got offended by that. But I lost my
But for the
train
ones that popped their balloon, you weren't their type either, and you never said anything negative. And when he asked how you felt about the pop your balloon, I think we all said okay.
Okay, like, that's what I'm saying, Sharkboy. Like, what we supposed to do? Is we supposed to sit there and cry because the guy don't want us? Like, we know who we are. We know how much power we hold within ourselves, within this world. We don't need to be sitting here begging a guy to want to be their type. Like, that's on them. That's their loss. I feel like it's their loss. They pop their balloons. That's their loss on them. Like,
exactly.
That's what I feel like.
But there was a comment, if I could find it, and it basically was saying like, oh, these guys are fools. If I was on there with American women, I would be trying to basically lock in. He said something like, I would be trying to lock in, and next thing I know, traditional wedding, then boom, I fly out.
Not the green card boys.
And it was, it was getting some likes and stuff. I think I would like to say, like, being an American dating in Ghana, there is that kind of like, are you dating me because I'm American?
Right. Do you even like me for real? Or you just want that green card? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's why I kind of was thrown off by a lot of the questions that Joe was asking. Like, you're not asking to get to know me, you're asking to get to know, like, what makes me physically, not like.
But I do think Joe was the only like nice one. Like, he didn't body shame no one.
He wasn't the only nice one. The older guy was pretty nice.
Yeah.
But I think they were all ingenuine though.
Yeah.
So I can't say, oh, they were nice, but at the end of the day, were you even being yourself?
Right.
I was.
Right. So yeah, I also want to mention again my definition of a rock star. So, because a bunch of people didn't get it, but my definition of a rock star is somebody who is unapologetically themselves, someone who doesn't try to fit in, who wants to stand out, who doesn't like to be normal, who doesn't like to be regular. They live life on the edge, just like YOLO, and they like set trends. They make moves, they do what they say they're gonna do. I feel like that's a rock star. And I call the guy Rima not rock star because I felt like he was trying to be a follower. He was trying to get labs from the fellow guy standing next to him. And rock stars don't be doing that. They don't want to fit in, they don't want to follow after each other. They genuine, they say what they really feel. And I feel like he was just trying to troll, get labs. You wasn't being yourself. Like,
exactly.
You wasn't. Your whole persona is based off someone else's life, someone else's career. You're calling yourself Rima. You're not Rima. You're not Rima. You can aspire to be Rima, but Rima, you want to be Rima because Rima is a rock star, but you're not a rock star because you want to be him.
Right. And he had to ask, if you have to ask someone, if they ask you what is a rock star and you ask them their definition, do you not have a baseline definition of a rock star to you? Because that can, like, rock stars are, I feel like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Do you feel me? Rock stars come in many
trendsetters.
But at the end of the day, right, it's trendsetters, and you do what you want unapologetically. You say what you want unapologetically, despite the outcome, despite the pressure. And that's what I'm saying, it was a lot of peer pressure. Like, and I understand from a man's perspective, especially they're not black, but especially a dark-skinned man coming on the internet, sitting here judging a bunch of women. Like, you're gonna have men who want you to go hard. Yeah. There are men that want you to do that. They were encouraging in the comments, but at the end of the day, you know what's right and what's not in your spirit and yourself. For them, for the men, well, for the boys who are talking about like bodies, it's so immature. Like, you don't have the body that you probably think you have.
And then I don't know who said it, I forgot, but I think it was either Rima, but when my friend Lawaba, she was wearing this black one piece, and he told her that because of her body she can't wear that. He said it's for skinny people. And I just want to address that too. I think that's also in body shaming, but I just feel like that was unnecessary. Like, you can't tell me what I can and can't wear because of my body shape. Like, who do you think you are?
Like,
who do you think you are? Like, for real.
The only person who I'm gonna take fashion advice from is Law Roach.
Yes.
You feel me? Or somebody Law Roach dresses. Look at you, sir. And not to say like, oh, you can't dress or you can't put an outfit together, but look at you. You can't tell me how to dress because you don't even know what I like.
Yeah.
Like it just.
Then his shorts was also too big for him too. Like,
I love the big suits.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like why you know what I'm saying? Like, why you can be skinny and wearing baggy clothes, but my
thing was he was basically trying to say, if you can wear something that's gonna show off this. Wear whatever your heart you want to wear. Because if we're being honest, the shirt that you was wearing showed that really big arch in your back. We all saw it.
Yes.
So if we're gonna talk about wearing what to do what, maybe wear baggy shirts to hide that. But you probably are comfortable with your body, as Lawaba is, so she's gonna wear whatever she wants.
Yes, and her body is fine.
Her body is fine.
You have no room to talk about nobody, Rima. Anyways.
Oh, okay. So there was a comment that said, it was a timestamp, and it was when Joe was asking me, like, you know, my mom's tried this, that, and the third. Somebody did DM me and wanted me to speak on this, like, oh, why I didn't feel comfortable with him asking me those questions. I didn't feel comfortable because it's none of his business.
Yeah, simply that.
I just felt like that was that. And I think, like, with him knowing, oh, her mom is in this tribe, or like me answering certain questions, the more men know, the more they have to use against you.
Right.
And
very true.
I wanted to just keep it short, simple, and sweet. Like, I feel like questions, if you're gonna do a pop the balloon challenge, like, it should be like, you know, along the lines of, oh, what's your sign? Yeah. You know, like, what do you like to do in your spare time? Like, oh, what would you like for a first date?
This nigga said 5-year plan. Not the 5-year plan, bro.
He asked Lawaba if he has a 5-year plan, if she has a 5-year plan as an actor / background singer.
Do you have a 5-year plan? Like, okay, yeah. So also too, I also feel like some of the guys didn't understand what we were saying, and they didn't say that. Like, they were just looking at us like they understood. Same with Sharkboy too. Like, as a host, if you don't understand what one of the guests is saying, you need to like clear it up. I feel like, because he was looking at me a bunch of times like not knowing what I said. I'm just like, just ask me like, what do I mean, or like try to understand my slang, because I'm not from Ghana. I don't speak the tree. Like, I don't speak none of the local languages out here. I speak English, and I speak English in my dialect from Philly. That's it. And I know you and some of the guys was talking little jokes in tree or pigeon or whatever you call it, but I don't think that's fair. Like, I think you should definitely not be bi. You shouldn't be trying to bash the women. Like, we're guests on your show. Like, you was looking out for us. You was calling for us. You should, that's what I'm saying, you should have some type of professionalism, or like, it should be some type of respect where if a guy says something rude, he should be like, no, he shouldn't come back to the show. You should check him. Like, you need to protect the women and the men, I feel like. And maybe you won't, because you won't understand, because the society in Ghana is not like that. Like, women are not in favor over here, but we don't come from a society. Hey y'all, so as y'all can see, the video got cut out. My camera overheated and ended up shutting off on me. So this is me post recording, and I just wanted to say that what I was saying was, from my experience in Ghana, the women don't really have a say unless they got a man to back them up. Like, people don't really take the women serious over here, and this is solely from my experience. Y'all might disagree, but this is what I've noticed, and this is why I experienced. The people in Ghana don't take you serious unless you got a man. I think that's why Sharkboy didn't really protect the women or try to back us up, or, you know, like, stand up for us, because that's not really valued over here, unfortunately. But yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope I touched on everything. I said everything I wanted to say, and this is the end of the video. That won't be the last time you see me and Sydney together doing videos. We'll be working on some content in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends and family. And yeah, thanks for watching.